Hello, my good friends. Wonderful to be with you here. I'm in the woods. I've just gotten back from a retreat in Portugal. I was out in Portugal on retreat for about a month. Now I'm back to the full busyness of life. We're opening a shop / meditation center / juice bar in our local town. And there's loads of renovations that need doing, and there's damp all over the building, and so straight into the busyness. But thankfully I've got a little spot to live in the woods in my van. Such a hippie. But I just felt like coming on and sharing my heart a little bit. I was such a sensitive child. Born into a pretty insensitive world. And my heart got broken probably a lot of times when I was a kid, in many different ways, just from being so sensitive. And anyone watching these videos is a spiritual being. Of course, everyone's a spiritual being, but especially people who watch videos like this are spiritual beings, probably had many past lives as a monk or on the spiritual path, and have grown in this spiritual sensitivity. And when they were born into the world, you were probably in touch with a certain spiritual sensitivity, a certain level of openness, a level of open-heartedness. And then we come into the world, and that level of open-hearted sensitivity is often shut down. It's often closed down. Apparently my mum used to hear from the teachers at my primary school that I was different than the other kids, and I was much more gentle. Much more gentle. And I feel like my spiritual path has been one of becoming more gentle, more soft in my heart, because I'd hardened my heart to fit in with the lads at school, to fit in with the rugby team, to fit in with this culture of unconsciousness, going out, getting pissed, trying to pull girls, drinking more than anyone else. We needed to harden our hearts in order to survive in this world. We needed to harden our hearts in order to just be okay in this world. And the spiritual path is about learning to soften our hearts, learning to come back in touch with our true nature as innocence, our true nature as sweetness. And of course, there's a great vulnerability within that. Because as we open our hearts, as we open our sensitivity, as we open our consciousness, there's the memory, there's the potential for it to be closed down again. And that experience of the closing down of the heart, the closing down of the consciousness, is so painful that it makes many of us afraid to open. That's why it can be so hard to release the layers of protection that we have over our hearts. But this is what we have to do. And what makes it easier is becoming okay with feeling pain. Becoming okay with feeling difficulty within our bodies and in our minds. And getting in touch with something within our experience which has never been shut down. Something within our experience which is always okay. Which no matter how much difficulty, how much heartbreak, how much challenge you go through, there is something which is always sweetly okay. And we must get in touch with that place. When we get in touch with that place opens up the body. It opens up the heart. And this light starts shining through our eyes. This light, it just shines through our eyes. Happiness is available to all of us. It's what we really are. But we need to dig our own well. You have to do your own work. You have to do the work. To be willing to do the work. And what makes one willing to do the work is the knowing, or the belief, or the conviction that there's a better way to live, that there's a more harmonious way to live, that there's a more peaceful and loving and sweet way to live. And so I'll say to you, if you are struggling, know that you are loved. Know that the universe, life, has got your back. And if you truly want to be happy, if you truly want to be free, if you truly want to know the goodness and sweetness of your own heart and to live in that and as that, then it is possible for you. My path has been and is facing all the pain within myself and learning not to believe or not to get pulled into the challenging thinking within the mind. And I'm not speaking to you now as some sort of fully enlightened being or anything like that. I'm just a normal lad on the path. But I enjoy sharing my heart. I enjoy sharing my journey. And so, my friends, so much love to you. So much peace to you. May we all find liberation in this life. May we all find the deepest freedom that is possible for us in this life. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti.